Let's move on. Little signing day update.
Yeah.
It's an early Christmas. Who's doing well? Who's going to be upset? Who just dropped the biggest bag at the end?
All right, here's the top 15 ranking from our friends over at On3 right now during signing day. Texas number 1, Oregon number 2, Alabama at 3, Georgia at 4, Buckeyes at 5. So there's your top 5. Michigan just flipped to 6, Auburn 7, Texas A&M's at 8, LSU still staying steady at 9 despite the decommits that they've had over the past week.
I want to see what happens with Solomon Thomas too. He's committing
that one, and we need to stay on that here as we update. Tennessee rounding out the top 10. Then you got Florida, Notre Dame, Miami, Southern Cal, and Ole Miss in the top 15.
So it's your typical big hitters. And here's what I want to say. I've seen a lot of people that are complaining about, oh, this kid just did it for the money. Man, look, we got to be real for a second, all right? And every circumstance is different. But if there's one thing that's probably common, it's that money talks. Like, we're about to have a daughter, okay? When she gets old enough to be recruited, I'm from Auburn, Alabama, from Lee County. Dad was All-American Auburn, all that stuff, all right? If Alabama offered her a $2 million NIL deal and Auburn offered her one for $500,000, I'll dress up like an elephant and walk to the gas station, dog. Like, money talk. Think about it in your life. I even put out a tweet or an X or whatever saying that it doesn't matter if you're a college football recruit, and a lot of these kids come from bad socioeconomic backgrounds. They're going to take the highest price. And typically, if you're going to get paid a lot, it's by a big brand where you can win as well. But I don't care if you're a college football recruit or a sausage salesman. You're going to follow the money. That's what you're going to do because that's what you can not like it. I don't like it, but I accept it. I understand it. It may not be the purest thing. That's what people are saying, oh, I wouldn't do it. That's easy to say when you're not getting offered the money. Anybody can sit back and say, that's why when people are like, some people are like, well, Kalen DeBoer following Nick Saban, I would do the same thing. I have a ton of pride. Well, it's a little bit different when you're in the situation. Like, so I get that people are upset because maybe a kid didn't pick your school. Just like the Naeem Offord kid. A lot of Auburn fans thought they were going to get him. Ohio State fans thought they were going to get him. You know who got him?
Oregon.
You want to know why? Because Phil Knight is unbelievably rich. I don't blame that kid. Are you serious? Phil Knight tells me he's going to give me a Nike shoe deal and millions of dollars, and Auburn's over here said, hey, we'll give you $800,000 and a family membership. Bro, are you kidding me? I'm in Eugene so quick. I'm basically the dad off American Pie. That's how quick I'm in Eugene.
Well, I hope that no one who's angry about the kids flipping because of the money also laughed in the past when they heard a story about their favorite team offering someone under the table.
Yeah,
they got a great
I actually prefer that. I wish we would go back to that. Let's just go back to people cheating, right? Like, can we just go back to that? It was better for the kids.
I didn't like that.
Because it wasn't legal, so you could keep the money. What are they going to do? Turn themselves in? Hey, this kid didn't commit to us. We gave him $600,000 NCAA. He tricked us.
Trying to pull up the players to see.
Well, I know there's some Friday. We had Rusty Manziel on yesterday, talked about Justice Terry's going Friday. The Donovan Starr kid was supposed to go Friday. Apparently, Vandy's in the mix with Auburn and Tennessee or somebody I can't remember.
I believe.
Clark Lee out here putting on his Professor X. Which, by the way, how is Vandy's NIL just not balling?
Which players were you asking me about?
There's Solomon Thomas. I want to say he's a Florida State commit, and he's looking to flip either LSU or somewhere else, either LSU or Florida, I think. So it's a different era, not just of when signing day is. It used to be in February. Now the real one's in December. It's not the early signing period. It's the actual signing period. So we're going to keep monitoring
it shouldn't be right now. These teams are coming off rivalry week, playing in conference championships. How are coaches trying to sign
That's
kids?
the number. David, I say this all the time. The number one complaint I hear from coaching buddies of mine is the calendar is just garbage water. It's awful, and it is. At least they're trying to fix the transfer portal a little bit. If you're playing in a bowl game, and you're a coach, what? I know coaches that didn't go to bowl practice some because you still have recruits that are out there because of the late signing window, the transfer portal window that is open. It's just a mess. The calendar needs to be cleaned up first, and then we can move on from there. But it's just like everything else in college athletics right now. There are really no guidelines. It's all over the place, and it's way too convoluted. What's up, YouTube? Hey, make sure you hit that subscribe button. whether you're happy about the playoff reveal, sad. We're going to get great matchups either way, but we're going to break down and continue to break it down only the way that Crain and Company can.